While our polls show support from black voters has swung 12 points in Harris's favor,
I'm leaning more towards Kamala.
Melody Davey has not bought in. Trump's rhetoric has clearly had an effect on her in an astonishing way.
That's ABC reporter and condescending liberal Martha Raddatz in disbelief that a black woman in Wisconsin might not believe the media lies about Kamala Harris. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it's a little funny how establishment media often embodies everything they pretend to hate to protect the powerful in this country. For example, here's an objective journalist who had Obama attend her wedding and covered up the Acorn scandal before the 2008 election, belittling a black woman for forming her own opinions about Trump and Harris.
On the economy.
Like Pennsylvania and Michigan, Wisconsin is critical for Harris. 4 years ago, Biden carried Wisconsin by just under 21,000 votes, the closest margin of victory of the election. While our polls show support from black voters has swung 12 points in Harris's favor,
I'm leaning more towards Kamala.
Melody Davey has not bought in. Trump's rhetoric has clearly had an effect on her in an astonishing way.
Have you decided who you want to vote for?
Honestly, no. I'm leaning towards Trump.
And why is that?
A lot of the stuff Kamala says is kind of like what Trump has said, like no taxes on tips was something that was kind of reiterated by Trump beforehand. She's just kind of been caught up in a lot of lies.
Like what?
I think lying about her heritage was one of them.
You think she lied about her heritage?
Yeah, I believe she's just Indian. I don't think she's black.
She is always identified as black. She is half Indian.
Well, I think that's something we can definitely agree to disagree on.
And there was no convincing her otherwise.
You know, I noticed that Raddatz didn't correct that Harris supporter for mispronouncing her name, which we've all been told by the media is bigoted and dehumanizing, but instead decided to get in an argument about race with a black woman. I mean, I'm not sure she could have been any more belittling. She introduced that lady's segment by saying that Trump's rhetoric had affected her in an astonishing way. Then it cuts to the interview and the woman says she's kind of undecided, but will probably vote for Trump. She wasn't being aggressive or hostile or ranting or saying any insane stuff. She was completely calm and collected during the whole interview. Sure, she may not have known that Harris's dad's Jamaican, but we all understand exactly what she meant. Because does anyone honestly believe that a woman with a Jamaican father who graduated from Stanford and an Indian mother can really relate to what we culturally identify as the black experience in America? You know, Democrats love using this one-drop rule to get political capital and pretend that they can relate to these groups and care about minorities, but like everything else with them, it's just a grift. It's no different than politicians putting on trucker hats and flannel shirts to win over rural voters. And it's completely acceptable for voters from those communities to call them out on it. But let me know what you think. Was that woman astonishingly affected by Trump's rhetoric? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!